Hey, how's it going, guys? It's Nathan here. So, we're looking at the Roomba. You guys all know about Roombas. They kind of bounce around and eventually clean up the entire area. Kind of like this whale here. Once the vision system fails, it just uses its physical bump sensor and bounces off the glass. Yep, no difference there. Alright, so Roomba upped the game with the iAdapt 2.0 system. Now it has a back and forth cleaning pattern. But I know, you guys aren't impressed. So iRobot released the i7 Plus and the S9 Plus, which has a self-emptying bin, and with the new improved iAdapt 3.0, you can tell it to clean up these candy hearts, and it does it without any problems. And with the new software update, look at this, guys. It now can release candy hearts as it goes along. Very cool feature. Just kidding, guys. But with all that said, iRobot might be in trouble because Ecovacs is releasing two new models, the Ecovacs T8 and T5. And the new T8 model allows you to speak to the robot. Listen to this.
Hello, my name is Ecovacs Deebot T8. I'm Ecovacs robot vacuum for 2020.
So like the new Roombas, you can tell the robot to go to a specific location and it will clean up that area. But the Ecovacs has a trick up its sleeve. Yes, it's a mobile security camera. Look at those bag of chips. Aren't you guys hungry? Yes, I'm hungry. So if you're worried about privacy, you actually can put this over the camera lens and no one can see what you're doing. Very nice, handy feature. Just sticks on there, and then when you're ready, just take it off and you're good to go. Yes, the T8 tries to take down the magical unicorn, but unfortunately, Sparkles is way too powerful and gets right back up. And for legal purposes, no magical unicorns were harmed in the making of this video. The front-facing camera also has another purpose. It's used to avoid different types of objects while it's cleaning. It can avoid socks, shoestrings, shoes, also can avoid power cables. So unlike the 960, the T8 can also avoid chair legs and bathroom rugs. Down the road, Ecovacs said that T8 might be able to avoid poo and recognize pets like dogs and cats. That'd be kind of cool, so your robot vacuum doesn't suck up your furry pet. The Deebot T8 doesn't stop there. There's also a couple other things that the T8 can do. Listen to this. The modular design of the T8 is very cool. It actually has the Extractor Pod Design. You also have the ability to just do a section only port, and you got multiple options for mopping. And to add salt and injury, the Ecovacs also is a mopping robot as well. So it has an electronically controlled mopping pad, and you can see that it does really well avoiding carpets and not mopping them, something that a lot of hybrid robot vacuums can't do. Well, I guess iRobot's doomed. They might as well make the Roombas a great platform for Pac-Man and make it interactive for kids. So iRobot took a different approach. They made the interface super easy to use for users. You just select the room and press the clean button. On other robot vacuums, including the Ecovacs, you actually look at a map and you figure out where on the map you want to clean. It's actually kind of hard for some users and they kind of get disoriented. So I like the approach of Roombas where you just select a room to clean by name and it's good to go. So I've been talking to a couple of Roomba owners and they said that the Roomba hits too hard. So with this Roomba i7, I actually had it run into this stuffed animal and you can see that it doesn't really knock it over. It just kind of lightly bumps into it and then spins around and goes around the object. So with several updates on the Roomba i7 Plus and including the S9 Plus, the Roombas are more gentler and they actually won't bump into objects as hard. So the majority of these robot vacuums do require a physical contact of objects, so if you're worried about your objects getting bumped into, you may want to add additional bumpers to your robot. As you can see here, it did hit that pedestal kind of hard, but for the most part, it does a good job lightly running into objects. So the newest models offer room select, but unfortunately there's no area select, but you do have keep out zones. Okay, let's go ahead and give the Roomba i7 a challenge. We're going to see how well it handles cables. And one thing about the Roombas is it uses a dual extractor design. So if it detects a cable entanglement, it actually can reverse its rollers and spit out the cable. So despite the Roomba not having a front-facing camera, it does really well with these objects on the ground. It either will spit them out if it gets entangled, or like the socks kind of push them out of the way. So I'm quite impressed with the Roomba's ability to not get hung up on these types of objects. Now granted, for the best performance, I advise you to pick up all loose items off the ground so it gives the best chance of these robot vacuums to pick up all the areas. So I suspect for 2020 and beyond, these robot vacuums are going to have front-facing cameras so they can detect these types of objects and completely avoid it, kind of like on a T8. And as they get faster, they'll be able to avoid more types of objects. But for now, the Roomba does really well avoiding these types of objects, and it was still able to pick up some of the chips that I left on the ground. Even the world's smallest robot vacuums still get hung up on shoestrings or shoelaces, so make sure you pick up your shoestrings because it's easy for these robot vacuums to caught up. Alright, I need to take a break. Hold on 1 second. So I got a few questions on how well the Roombas navigate in the dark. Well, it does quite well. You can see it gets to a target point, and without any light, it's able to clean that area. So what happens is the new software update allowed it to rely on its real encoders, accelerometers, and gyros, and not solely rely on the camera system. And you can see that it was able to successfully navigate the area. So to answer your question, yes, the Roombas can navigate in low light to no dark conditions. So if you want to put the Roomba down in the basement without any light, I think it's possible. Now, one thing to note is it's recommended to have at least some light, maybe a night light or a small lamp. Okay, let's have a look at the two robots side by side, the Roomba i7 Plus on the left and the T8 on the right. So the T8, I like the design, looks like a brushed aluminum, even though both robot vacuums are plastic. The Roomba does offer a carrying handle. Also, there's like a little dome in the front of the Roomba. This is an Archon sensor, helps with the lighthouse, also with finding its charging dock. On the T8, the button layout is very minimalistic. You just got a single button. Press it once to pause, stop the job. Press it again and hold down for 3 seconds to have the robot return to home. So if I had to choose, the Roomba is nice because the capacitive touch. Also the fact that you have 3 buttons. Giant clean button. You also have a home button on the left and a spot clean button on the right. Lastly, you may notice the dome on top of the T8. It's a Lidar system, whereas on the Roomba i7, it's a camera-based system. Alright, let's go and lift up the flappy lid of the T8. So there's a lot going on. If you look near the LiDAR housing, you see a red power switch, so you can physically turn off the robot. You also have a gray button which resets the robot's Wi-Fi. You also have a little blue indicator for the Wi-Fi. You have a clear dustbin, great for checking and see if the dustbin's full. Off to the right there is a QR code. And lastly, you got a clean tool towards the bottom, great for removing the pet hair from the extractor bar. And the room is very simplistic, just a rear loading dustbin, but I do prefer the top loading dustbin on a T8. So now let's talk about why Roombas can handle so much dirt and debris. Well, if you look at this video here, you can see this short back and forth cleaning pattern. This isn't by mistake. The Roomba actually can detect how much dirt and debris is on the ground, and they'll show this in the blue indicator and fill up the dustbin. Once the dustbin's full, they actually return back to the charging dock. You may notice the Roomba S9 stopped. That's another feature. You can actually tell the Roomba to stop if the dustbin's full instead of returning back to its charging dock or its self-emptying bin. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and show you the dirt detection sensor that the Roomba has, and the Ecovacs sadly doesn't have it. A lot of robot vacuums do not have this fancy sensor, but it really makes a world of difference. So I think it's important to have a dirt bin full sensor, so when a robot has a self-emptying dock, you can tell the robot to go back and empty itself and return back to its job like the Roombas can. Unfortunately, no other self-emptying bin robot vacuum, including the Pacinic, the Shark IQ, and even the Ecovacs, doesn't have this feature. Okay, let's look at the Extractor Pod Designer of both the robot vacuums, the Ecovacs on the bottom, the Roombas up top. You may notice that patented dual brush design what Roomba has. This is great for handling different types of debris, large debris, small debris like dust particles. Also, this dual brush design does well with pet hair. Kind of just wraps the pet hair around the axle, so it's really easy to clean. Whereas on the combo style brush on the Ecovacs, it makes it a little bit harder. You do have to use the cleaning tool to kind of remove the pet hair. So despite the Roomba i7 having a lower CFM around 7 versus 24, the dual brush design makes up for it and does really well on a large variety of debris. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and wrap up this video. So in summary, if you want a robot vacuum that can handle a lot of dirt and debris, the Roomba is the best option. It has the self-emptying bin. Both the S9 and i7 aren't bad options, and you have the option to buy the self-emptying bin later. Also, if you want all the greatest and latest features, the Ecovacs T8 offers everything: that front-facing camera, the LiDAR system, basically everything smart robot vacuums have. Alright, you guys have a great rest of your day. I'll see you guys next time, and again, like and subscribe.